Yo, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another episode to the Words from RJ podcast. Man, I hope all is well. Check me out if you watching me on YouTube. Checking me out. You feel me? We got the new merch, man. A lot of people been hitting me, man, asking me to drop it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. I need a few more. I need a few more people who really want it and who really need it. You feel me? Man, I hope all is well, man. I hope y'all been meditating, man. It's the new year, you know what I mean, 2022, and a lot is being revealed, right? My job, man, I just want to help y'all think different and be an influence, right? So that's why we got a special episode today. I feel like this one is needed for a lot of people because a lot of people deal with childhood traumas, right? So this episode, I want to talk to you guys strictly about healing from childhood traumas. Like I said, I hope y'all been meditating, bro. Meditating is like the key. I say that in every episode, and I don't say that just to be saying it. You feel me? Like that's real. I do have an upcoming episode speaking on meditation, right? How to meditate, the benefits of it. Just stay tuned, y'all. I got y'all. You feel me? We're gonna get right. This is a self-development podcast. I'm just strictly trying to help everybody be their better self, whether it's financially, physically, mentally, every way possible. We trying to grow. That's it. You feel me? So let's talk about, childhood traumas, y'all. Let's get straight into it. Let's dive into it. Now, what is trauma? Right? Trauma is simply a deeply distressing or disturbing experience, right? Traumas could be anything, but specifically we're talking about childhood traumas, things that happen to us as kids, right? That we still deal with to this day, whether we know it or not. Things that we may have just got over, you feel me, that happened to us as kids, right? Now, I'm going to specifically talk about my traumas, just so you guys can kind of, relate to me, and for my new listeners, for the new people out there, you kind of find out who I am, right? So, growing up, you know how most or a lot of black people in general, fathers aren't in their life, right? Me personally, is different. It's kind of backwards with me. My dad was there for me, and my mom never was. You feel me? So you know how people kind of have like a deadbeat dad. Well, it's kind of sad to say, but it was kind of there like that with my mom. You feel me? I can count on one hand how many times I've seen my mom. You feel me? My whole life, my whole 19 years of living, I can count on one hand. You feel me? And growing up, how that affected me is because I always wanted, like, always craved or wanted that feeling, that love from a woman. You get what I'm saying? From a girl. And I can sit back and realize that now. But think about it. Me growing up, I noticed, this is just me reflecting back, looking back on the younger me. Like, I always had a girlfriend. Like, always. I never went long without one. Actually, me being single right now, this is the longest I've been single, right? I haven't been in a relationship since probably about a year, almost a year. You feel me? It's the longest I've been single, y'all. So that's kind of sad to say. Like, it's probably people on here like, man, what, a year? Like, that's it? You feel me? I don't went way longer than that. And it's not like that for me. Why? Because I was always looking for that, like I said, that feeling. So this is the longest, man. I always found myself wanting a girlfriend, having a girlfriend, and it just wasn't working. I got to a point recently where I had to sit back like, damn, bro, like, why are you always looking for this? And it made sense. I never had that in my life. You feel me? I've always wanted it. I definitely craved or wanted that relationship with my mom, and I guess I was looking for that in females. You feel me? And it got me, I guess you say, hurt, or just learned a lot of different experiences with people that, I'm glad I had them, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it could have been avoided if she was there. You feel me? So that's just one of my childhood traumas I had, man. I feel like growing up with two parents in a household, that's my dream for my kid. That we breaking those generational curses. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong, Pops did his shit. You feel me? Had I wouldn't ask for a different or better father, but I want to have both. I don't want a baby mama. You feel me? I don't want to be referred to as a baby daddy. I don't want to refer to the mother of my child as a baby mama. You're gonna be my wife, my girl, something. You my woman, something. You feel me? Like, I don't wanna call you baby mama. So we trying to break those generational curses. I'm not trying to, one summer with you and one summer, with me. Like, we ain't doing that over here, bro. We trying to have a full family, a real family, bro. A lot of black families, bro, they just in shackles, man. They just crumbling apart. They not together, most black families. And it's sad to say, but it's true. They just not together. I feel like it's by design by our oppressors too. It's a generational curse thing, bro. We just gotta break them, right? When we have our own life, we bring life into this world. They didn't ask to be here, y'all. We gotta break those. We gotta break those curses, right? Another one of my my traumas that I had growing up was I grew up in poverty, right? So I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, for the people that don't already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the west side, Hallville area / Stringtown area / closer to downtown. Like I was probably maybe 10-15 minutes away from downtown. You know what I mean? I went to Washington High School. I went to Crispus Attucks. Those are Indianapolis Metropolitan High. Those are schools around, the Hallville area, West Side area. And specifically where I was closer to like, it was just like I seen a lot of crackheads. I seen a lot of, homeless people. I seen a lot of, robberies and just, police in general, just everywhere. It's a crime watch sign on my street. You know what I'm saying? Where I grew up at my 18 years of I grew up in the same house and I never moved. So I was there for 18 years, right? So it was, you know what I'm saying, just seeing that. I'm not trying to make it seem like I was in here thugging, in the streets, but growing up for 18 years, seeing that, like just seeing that every day, you got to be different to think outside of that, right? You got to be different. You got to really have something inside of you to want to be better than what your surroundings is, to beat the odds. Because honestly, y'all, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be talking to y'all, giving y'all these lectures, giving y'all these talks and stuff like that. Because honestly, when I was born with ADHD, right? My mom, she did drugs when she had me in her system. So when I was born, the doctors told my family I would never be able to walk alone. I'll never be able to fully function. Basically, I was disabled. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was handicapped. I'd never be able to work a job, stuff like that. Look at me now. You feel me? I done beat the odds. So it's like those traumas can play a part. Like I said, you gotta, it takes a lot to think different, to be, to not want to see some stuff every day, to see these homeless people, to see these people strung out on drugs, bro. Like, that's a trauma, bro. That is definitely a trauma, right? So dealing with that, you grow up. See, a lot of people, they don't even realize or acknowledge, their traumas. And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to how to heal from them. That's the first step, acknowledging. We're gonna get to how to heal from your traumas. But for most people, they don't even realize it's a trauma. It seems so normal to them, right? Growing up, like I said, I've lived there for 18 years. So a person not growing up in that area or that environment, and they see a person strung out on some drugs, just laid out. You know what I mean? Just laid out, bro. It's cold. With the pipe right next to him. You feel me? Like, a person seeing that, they might be in, OMG, call the cops. Me, man, I see it so much. It's just like another day. You feel me? Like, it's just another day, man. So that stuff definitely plays a part on you. Now, I just mentioned I'm from Indianapolis, right? Indianapolis, Indiana, and this is nothing to brag on. This is nothing to brag on at all. But Indianapolis specifically, it has a very, very, very high murder rate, very, very, very high crime rate. I'm pretty sure a couple years we've passed Chicago. Everybody knows Chicago. That's what they're known for. I don't know what Indianapolis is known for, but in my city where I'm from, just me being here, we all know what we known for. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's bad, y'all. It's real bad. It's real bad, like, for real. And I feel like a lot of traumas that people I know personally, or just people in general that live in my city, and you might not even live in my city, but some of the traumas that we have is losing a loved one young, death. You feel me? Like, that could be a trauma. You might imagine losing your everyday person, right? You with this person every day, every weekend, every whatever, and one day they just gone. That's trauma. You're traumatized. You feel me? You're traumatized. That might make you not want to put your all into somebody. You just simply have to get over that. You know what I mean? People lose boyfriends, girlfriends all the time at a young age. A lot of people in my city don't even make it past 16, 17, 18, 21. Like a lot of like young, still got a whole bunch of life to live. And some people, it just be the wrong place, wrong time. Some other people, they not even out here, in the streets. That's just the environment that I live in. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where, you know, some people, me included, some people in some areas we might not be feeling safe riding around, unprotected. You feel me? Like we might not feel safe riding around in certain neighborhoods or going to certain gas stations, going to going to certain sides of towns. You know what I'm saying? Unprotected, just because we know, right? And that's a trauma. We got to realize that is a trauma, because we're thinking we're in defense mode. You get me? You get what I'm saying? Like it's not supposed to be like that. I shouldn't have to feel like I need to, ride around protected or go somewhere protected. That's just me personally. I don't want to live in that environment. You feel me? And that's a trauma. That's a trauma that people face all the time in my city. Maybe you have a trauma from, like I said, it's a high crime rate, not just violence. I mean, not just murder, but it's a high crime rate, right? So maybe people might have trauma from simply being robbed or simply doing the robbing, right? Maybe you robbed somebody or you did something bad, and now you got this one dangling on your head. You got to watch your back. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know if somebody's out to get some get back, stuff like that. So us living in this city, we only know and see so much. It's kind of like we're trapped in a box. You feel me? We only know and see so much. And it's a way to heal it, y'all. It's a way to heal it, because I promise you it's more to life. And I haven't even seen all of life yet. But, I realize I am different, so I want to be a influence to y'all, right? I'm not different, and you can't do what I do, but I'm different, and I know my work ethic, and what drives me, what motivates me is different from a lot of people. So when I say I'm different, that's what I mean. But like the intro, I ain't no different from you. You can make money too. Like I know, hold on. Because I know I can't be the only one who just be, you know what I mean? When the intro come on, I be like, stack it. You feel me? Like it be going crazy. But nah, though, I meant that. Like, I ain't no different from you. You can make money too, It may not seem, or I might not portray that image like I come from the hood or I come from poverty. But yeah, I come from that. I just chose a different route. You feel me? I had my dad in my life, for one. And I had a different mindset, y'all. I seen these things. I didn't want to be like that. It's just simple. I didn't want to be like that. So yeah, a lot of people might have traumas from that. Now, how to deal with them? How to deal with the traumas, right? Like I said, a lot of people, they have these traumas and they stay with them for life. They don't even acknowledge them ever. They go being grown. Something might have happened to you. You might have got raped. You might have got touched, molested, whatever the case may be, at a young age, 16, 17, and you find yourself 40, 50, still having trouble loving a man or finding love, whatever the case may be, whatever the trauma may be. You have to acknowledge it, right? You have to, because it's like, how you gonna fix something and you don't even know what the problem is, right? You got to acknowledge it. So that's the first step. That's the first step to healing the traumas. Acknowledging that it is a trauma, right? A lot of people like to run away from their issues, like to run away from their problems, like to, drink them away with alcohol. Alcohol is just another depressor. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to use it as one today. Alcohol is nothing but another depressor, right? People feel like they can fix their problems by drinking them away. No. You're actually hurting yourself more. You feel me? So acknowledge the problem, right? And the second thing is that you have to do is be alone, right? A lot of people are afraid to be alone. Me personally, I feel like I'm a true alpha. Like, I love being alone. I feel like I've been alone since I got on this earth, honestly. But I definitely feel like I've been alone my whole life. During high school, I've always, I was a popular learner. A lot of people knew me, but it's to the point, like, I wasn't passing periods. I wasn't just standing in the halls, just chatting it up all the time. I was usually walking to class. You feel me? In the halls by myself with my headphones on. Sometimes I might sit at the lunch table with people, but a lot of times I was at the lunch table by my lonely. You feel me? Like, I just enjoy my own company, right? You got to learn how to make yourself happy so you don't depend on somebody else to do that for you, right? Be your own party. Be your own life at the party. Be your own happiness. You feel me? So you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to depend. Like I said, depend. Imagine having to depend on somebody to be happy. Because who wants to be sad all the time? Who wants to be sad every day? So if you're not around somebody, if you can't physically be around somebody every single day, now you're sad. Now you're dependent on them for your happiness. Maybe you're single, you're getting over an ex, you're getting over a relationship, right? You're dependent. You feel like you need that. It's a soul tie. You feel like you need that. You're dependent on that. No, go alone and be with self. You feel me? Like I said, that's the second rule. First rule, acknowledge the problem. Second rule, you got to be alone, right? That's the only way you're gonna grow. You're not going to grow with everybody in your face and everybody in your ear, everybody in your business, everybody in your circle. You're not going to grow like that. I promise you. Not shadow work, you know what I'm saying, reflecting on your issues and growing. You're not going to grow with everybody else in a way. You got to grow, and then you got to meditate, right? Meditation is so important. Like I said earlier in this episode, I do plan on dropping another episode specifically talking about meditation, the importance of it, the benefits from it, and how to properly do it. You got to start meditating, right? The purpose, and I'm gonna briefly, speak on it right now. The purpose of meditation, one of the purposes, is to literally realize that all your thoughts are not even your thoughts, right? So when we have these traumas from our childhood, it causes us to act different, think different, move different. You're just different. You're affected by a experience that happened to you. You feel me? So acknowledge it. Get alone so you can grow, and then meditate on it, right? When you're meditating, you don't want to control your thoughts. You want to let your mind flow freely, right? Try to think positive, try to think about your goals. But if you think some negative stuff, don't try to be like, nah, let me not think about that. Nah, let me not stop thinking about that. Nah, don't do that. Let your thoughts flow. If you're thinking evil things, let your thoughts flow. The purpose of meditating is to realize, like, dang, these aren't even my thoughts. The purpose of meditating is to help figure out what kind of person you are. Like, I know what kind of person I am at heart. You feel me? And meditation helps in so many different ways, but we're talking about, healing from the childhood traumas and growing. Meditation is key, y'all. Meditation is key, right? You're not just sitting there just thinking, you know what I'm saying? And there's different forms of meditation. We're going to get to it. You're not just sitting there thinking, you want to take in deep breaths, right? When you're sitting there meditating and you're thinking with your eyes closed, for the people that's watching me on YouTube, you're sitting there with your eyes closed like this, right? And you're taking deep breaths. You just repeatedly take deep breaths. Don't just sit there and just, you're just sitting there. Nah, you want to control your breathing. Take real deep breaths. You want to control your breathing and think about these positive thoughts. Think about whatever's on your mind. Let your mind flow freely. Don't try to control anything, and just try to figure out what kind of person you are, right? I meditate with the healing bowl. Once you get deeper into meditation, y'all, there's so many different things that you can add to make the meditation better, perfect, or not perfect, but amplify the meditation and its benefits. With like crystals, you can meditate in quiet. That didn't really work for me. You can meditate in nature. You can meditate with some music, some meditation sounds. There's different healing frequencies. Like, just type in all these different stuff, y'all, and tap into it, because now is the time. 2022, the year all is being revealed. Like, now is the time, y'all. Now is definitely the time to tap into this meditation, heal from your childhood traumas, and work on you. Shadow work. Now is the time. There's no more wasting no time, y'all. So I hope I helped y'all, with this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, man. Share it with somebody you feel like they need to hear this episode, man. This welcome to class, this lecture. You feel me? Like I said, a lot of people be so old, man, 60, 70, 50, 40s, and tripping over stuff that happened, as they happen to them as a teenager. You feel me? We got to get over these things so we can be a better us, right? So we can love our next person. You feel me? How can you love somebody if you don't love yourself? You're still beating yourself up over childhood traumas. We got to heal from it. You feel me? Hey, man, with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, man. I stay blessed. I stay meditated. Be looking out on the episodes, man. We dropping every week, man. We not stopping. 2020 is ours. Or some RJ is more than a podcast, man. We raising the frequency of the planet, and we taking the planet back. You feel me? Hey, y'all stay blessed, man. Peace.